For content creators, hybrid cameras provide the flexibility to excel in both photography and videography. They allow for seamless transitions between capturing razor-sharp stills and recording crisp, high-quality video. Whether you're a content creator, a vlogger, or just someone who wants pro-level results without carrying two separate devices, hybrid cameras are your best bet. In this video, we're diving into the top 7 best hybrid cameras you can get your hands on right now. From budget-friendly options to professional-grade powerhouses. We'll cover image quality, video features, autofocus, and everything in between to help you find the perfect all-in-one camera for your needs. Links to all products mentioned in the video are in the description below. So if you're serious about capturing life in motion and in stills, stick around, because your next camera might just be on this list. Let's get into it. Number 7. Canon EOS R50. The best hybrid camera for vloggers was previously the Canon EOS M50 Mark II, but the EOS R50 combines the best features of the M50 Mark II and the R10 to make a perfect entry-level hybrid for content creators. If you're upgrading from a smartphone and want a compact camera that's delightfully easy to use, this is the one. There's an optional guided interface, explaining modes and settings in a way that means beginners can get great results quickly. At the camera's launch, I spoke to several successful creators to find out how the EOS R50 elevated their stills and video content. They all mentioned the vari-angle touchscreen for easy vlogging, the speed at which they could send footage to the Canon Camera Connect app via Bluetooth and Wi-Fi for quick sharing, and the quality of the stills and video. The EOS R50 has a 24.2 MP APS-C sensor for stills and maxes out at 1080p. 4K up to 30p uncropped for videos. This isn't enough for professional video applications, but is fine for social-first content. Our reviewer noted that the AF is very impressive for a camera of this category, and bringing dual-pixel AF2 to its entire mirrorless range is a huge home run for Canon. Like the Fujifilm X-S20, there's a product mode that transitions focus from your face to products in the scene, and you can shoot vertical video natively. Being a cropped sensor camera, the same focal length displayed is narrower than on a full-frame camera. To get the most out of this camera for vlogging, I'd recommend a wider 10-18mm lens. The camera uses the Canon RF mount for RFS lenses, plus a microphone that you can attach to the camera's hot shoe for the best audio output. Number 6. Sony A1. The Sony A1 is the camera for top-of-the-line pros who need the best, regardless of price. It does everything and does it well, but it's only worth the price tag for the most demanding hybrid shooters. I was lucky enough to use the A1 at its launch, and I found its advanced 759-point phase detect AF system could keep up with dancers, animals, and people alike. Its resolution also makes it a good contender for fine art landscapes that need printing big. Our reviewer said that this high-resolution sensor means the Sony A1 isn't a low-light specialist, but it holds up pretty well in the dark. They also praised its accurate exposures and found that Sony's Beyond's XR processor has improved the color depth and fidelity. On the video side, the Sony A1 can shoot 8K video at up to 30p, or 4K at a highly impressive 120p. For photography, there's a 51.4 MP sensor, a maximum continuous shooting rate of up to 30 FPS, and a big buffer capacity to boot. Encased in a body with absolutely superb handling, including one of the best electronic viewfinders ever to grace a mirrorless camera. The Sony A1 costs about as much as any 2 other cameras on this list combined. But if you're a professional who needs a reliable camera for everything that clients might ask of you, it's a great investment. One thing that's worth noting is that Sony has recently taken the wraps off its update to this camera, the Sony A1 II. While it's not looking like a radical overhaul of the original A1, its updated processor and next-generation autofocus capabilities should put it back. At the top of the pack, especially when you consider that its price tag is actually a little lower than the A1 was at launch. Once we've taken this camera for longer test, we'll be able to determine whether it belongs in this list or not. Until then, the original Sony A1 stays here. Number 5. Nikon Z8. By contrast, the Z8 is a much more advanced, expensive alternative. But it's the best Nikon camera overall, and one of the best hybrid cameras you can get. The 45.7 MP full-frame sensor almost rivals the Sony A1, and for video, There's up to 8K 60p video recording or 8K 30p with an impressive 2-hour record limit. That's better than the flagship EOS R5. Action photographers and wildlife photographers will also be well served by the 120 FPS continuous shooting speed, while the autofocus can recognize a huge range of subjects. The 45.7 MP full-frame sensor almost rivals the Sony A1, and for video, there's up to 8K 60p video recording or 8K 30p with an impressive 2-hour record limit. That's better than the flagship EOS R5. Action photographers and wildlife photographers will also be well served by the 120 FPS continuous shooting speed, while the autofocus can recognize a huge range of subjects. Like the Sony A1, the Z8 gives you a true combination of speed, resolution, ruggedness, and video capability in one. But it's a couple of grand cheaper. If you're already a Nikon shooter looking to upgrade, or a professional looking for an accomplished all-rounder to last for years to come, the Z8 could be it. Number 4. Fujifilm X-S20. The Fujifilm X-S20 is the natural upgrade to the Fujifilm X-S10, a take-anywhere camera that I loved as an alternative to my bulky full-frame model. It costs more than the XS 10%, but improves on it in almost every way. For more serious content creation, you get 6.2K 30fps video with full subject tracking, and there's a new vlog option on the mode dial for easy access to functions like product priority mode, which can switch focus between your face and products that you're presenting to an audience. On autofocus, the X-S20's deep learning AI technology automatically detects and tracks a broader range of subjects than before, and our reviewer found it very snappy across all subjects. The camera almost instantly locked onto targets, and the human subject tracking modes work excellently, with the camera picking up the eyes and faces of subjects nearly without fail. They also praised the camera's comfortable design, and although the electronic viewfinder isn't the sharpest or brightest of the cameras in the guide, it's still clear and smooth. Something increasingly rare but still useful for stills is the pop-up flash built into the top of the viewfinder. With the X-S20, you get the usual range of brilliant Fujifilm film simulations to replicate a classic analog look in camera, which can be applied to photos and videos. You can even use them while live streaming or using the X-S20 as a webcam. This is the Fujifilm hybrid to beat, and while it doesn't fulfill a specific niche, I can see it appealing to a huge range of enthusiasts thanks to its gorgeous 26.2 MP image quality, compact size, straightforward controls, and excellent battery life, around 700 shots. For hybrid creators who like classic styling, the X-S20 is a gorgeous choice. Number 3. Nikon Z50. The Nikon Z50 is a perfect hybrid shooter for anyone looking to expand their creative opportunities but is limited by budget. Nikon has made some savings by eliminating a few components you would find in higher-end cameras, such as image stabilization. That means you'll need a lens with some IS built in if you want to get the most from your videos. This APS-C camera performs in the image department with an excellent 20.9 MP sensor for stills, Nikon's well-regarded hybrid autofocus system from its higher-end cameras, 11 FPS shooting, and some impressive low-light capabilities thanks to a native ISO range of ISO 100 to 51,200. But it doesn't let up on the video thanks to video recording in 4K up to 30 FPS using the whole sensor, so there's no unwieldy video cropping, which can't be said for some of its rivals. The Z50 is designed to be small and agile. I find it ideal for travel and street shooting, but appreciate that you still get an electronic viewfinder if you like framing that way. Our reviewer praised the Z50's ergonomic design and found that its deep grip paired well with the 1650mm kit lens for a well-balanced combination. However, you are still left with a robust and modern set of features that will please almost any casual user or would-be influencer. The Z50 is cheaper and lighter than full-frame Z models, but it's compatible with Z-mount lenses for greater versatility. To get the most from the system, I'd recommend pairing it with the 1650mm pancake kit lens, which is super slim and has a full mechanical zoom. Number 2. Panasonic Lumix GH5 II. The Panasonic Lumix GH5 II is several years old, but one of the best value hybrid cameras on the market right now. Why? The first GH5 was widely regarded as one of the best consumer video cameras you could buy, and the second generation is only an improvement on that for video producers. Unlike the full-frame S5 IIX above, the GH5 II has a smaller micro Four Thirds sensor, which is easier to stabilize for video. You also get C4K, 4K UHD up to 60p video, and wireless streaming support. The GH5 II's high-end video features include vector scope and waveform monitoring. These are both found in the EOS R50 and prove Panasonic's dedication to making professional video. However, using the GH5 II isn't necessarily a steep learning curve. The menu system is excellent, and a model of clarity both in its organization and its appearance, said our reviewer, also praising how the camera focus shifts smoothly and silently for video. They also said that the Lumix GH5 II is hard to fault for stills photography. Its 20MP MFT sensor places limits on the resolution and high ISO performance, but our lab tests often show that MFT sensors hold their own against larger APS-C sensors. The 6.5 stop IBIS produced sharp images with 0.5 seconds and 1 second exposures, meaning you can push the camera in low light if that's something you need. Many users will likely be put off by the GH5 II's chunky build, but I'd counter this by saying it helps it stay balanced with premium zoom lenses. Compared to many of the hybrid cameras on this list, the specs don't break any boundaries, but it adds up to more than the sum of its parts for stills and video shooters, particularly if you're on a budget. Number 1. Panasonic Lumix S5 IIX. The Panasonic Lumix S5 IIX is a mid-range hybrid camera in the same market sector as the Sony A7 IV and Canon EOS R50 II. It's almost identical to the Panasonic Lumix S5 II, an already competent hybrid camera and the previous all-rounder in this guide. Essentially, the S5 IIX offers extra features for video users at a modest price increase. The S5 II and S5 IIX give you truly unlimited 4K 60p 422, 10-bit recording internally, SandQ 4K 60pa, high-speed 60 FPS, and FHD 180p, as well as up to 6K, full sensor readout video recording, making them highly versatile cameras for content creation. On top of this, the S5 IIX lets you record straight to external SSD devices, record video with less compression, and stream live to YouTube and Facebook. Both variations are the first Lumix cameras to feature phase hybrid autofocusing combining PDAF with contrast detect AF to provide 779 area metering. This means they're adept at detecting and tracking subjects, especially in low light and backlit scenarios. For stills, our reviewer was struck by the amount of data the camera retains in the shadows and highlights, and found that it could deliver clean frames in dark situations. And while they praised the tough magnesium build and articulating screen, they found the battery was the only real pain point when shooting video or a mix of photos and video. With 30 FPS maximum burst shooting, 2 SD card slots, a full-frame 24-2MP sensor, and epic video potential, the S5 IIX is the perfect choice if you're looking for a hybrid camera capable of capturing excellent stills while enabling a pro-level video workflow. So, that wraps up our list of the best hybrid cameras. If this video was useful to you, kindly click the thumbs up button. Which one are you going to pick? Describe your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Everyone who had come this far, I'm hoping to see you in the next video.